Happy Thursday, everybody. All right, so this is going to be our happy hour reading. So if you are not familiar with happy hour is readings that I do on Thursdays, which are not my normal pricing. So it is a little less costly. It's pronto, straight to the point reads. So yeah. So if you're interested, what's on the menu for tonight, the readings will be in the description as well as pinned in the chat. I'm going to go ahead and put the names that I already do have on the list. So if you would like to be added to the list for the readings tonight, you can go ahead and check out what we have tonight. There's 2 forms of payment, Cash App or my PayPal. That is the only form of payment that is acceptable. Please leave your questions in the notes section, okay, of your payment option. If you are asking about someone, please leave the name or at least their initials or nickname, something to identify the person. I will never say anyone's name that you're asking about on the live, so you don't have to worry about that. And if for whatever reason you want to go anonymous, let me know. Hey sis, how are you? Yaminah, how are you? If you want to remain anonymous or go by a nickname or a username or initials, just let me know, and then I'll do that for you. Yeah, so just let me know. And then what else? Yeah, that's pretty much it. So we have some good things on the menu. $20 for general questions or topics, $25 for love questions and topics. So I've noticed, and I do have to call this out, I do notice that people will ask questions that some are general and then some are love. Um, if you're going to ask a general question and a love question, it is best to get the $30 option, which is for both general questions and a love question. If you are asking multiple love questions, you do have to abide by the pricing. It's $25 for any love question, right? So you can't just say, oh, I'm going to ask one love question for $25 and then ask another one and then pay 20, like an extra 20. Like that's not how it works. So make sure that you guys are, abiding by my structure, okay? Please be respectful of my time and my energy in the exchange, okay? All right. Yeah, before we get started, let me go ahead and adjust my cams on here. Yeah, I just had to get that disclaimer out the way. Anyone that purchases a reading as well, you will be placed on a list where your name, next to your name, there will be a timestamp, so you can come back and watch this whenever you want, okay? So you're free to watch this as many times as you need, okay? Show some love by liking this video. I would greatly appreciate that. Okay, so we're going to get started here in a second. As y'all know, I be running late. I be taking my time with stuff. I don't be always on time. Like Ja Rule, I don't be on time, child. I don't be on time. I try to be. To the best of my ability, I try to be on time. Okay. Just going to address my candle. Okay. Some of this sticks and then some of it doesn't. Sometimes like it'll stick, but then it won't. Oh, see, that won't stick. Okay. I always be running late because like at the last minute I'm like I need to make me some more oils and I didn't until the last minute. Okay, that's not going to stick either. Okay, that's okay. That's okay. We're gonna make a little mess. We're gonna make a little mess of it all. Thank you. Okay. Where is my lighter? Yeah, so come on in, y'all. The list is still open if you're interested. Wisdom has fun. Yes. Hey sis, how are you? This one. Not gonna stay, are you? Oh, she's not gonna stay. I have to make it melt. Sometimes it sticks and sometimes it doesn't. These ones, very stubborn candles. But I know just what to do with you, candle, because you ain't gonna stay. Yeah, she's not gonna stay. I know just what to do with you. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But I'm gonna try. I'm gonna see if this works. Because sometimes a little tack, sometimes it does stick, sometimes it doesn't. I might have to, let me see. Yeah, I might have to put this on something flatter. I don't think that's gonna stick. Sometimes it does. Another thing, let me see. It's annoying because always be trying to improvise, but then I don't want to melt the bottom too much because sometimes that's what makes it stick to its surface. There we go. All right. There we go. Good. Okay. All right. So that's lit. I'm doing pretty good. Pretty good. I was like trying to call myself being productive and didn't realize the time that we had. Like I can't be playing with my time because sometimes I will be like lost and forget the time. And then next thing you know, it's time for me to go live. I'm like, oh shit. And then I have to rush. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Okay. So Alcina, you sent yours, right? Let me see, because I falling behind. Okay. Yeah, I see it. Okay. Alexis, Yaminah, and Alcina. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to put, okay. So you'll be number 3 on the list. Okay. Right. Let's get it. All right. So, Alexis, let's get your timestamp. Okay. Timestamp is 10:44. Okay. All right. That took 10 minutes. I'm telling you, like time, the concept of time, child, it just leaves me. The concept of time. Okay. All right. Divine Source Creator, our angels, our guides, our ancestors, we thank you for your divine presences, your wisdom, your light, your path for us, that you instruct us and guide us in the ways that are of our highest good and will in our path and journeys, our connections. We ask for your wisdom to come through. We cast down any false guidances, vain imaginations, false prophecies, false guidances, spirits of confusion, despair. We bind you and we block you from coming through and interfering in this reading. Any demonic forces of energies, any dark forces, energies, malevolent forces of energies, we bind you and we block your presence. Familiar spirits, trickster spirits, we bind you, we block you as well. Thank you. Yeah, we gotta switch it up. Gotta clean it, shift the energy. Yes. Maybe be divinely covered in all timelines, all spaces. Amen. Ashe. So it is. Okay. Gonna let that burn a little bit. All right, Alexis. So your questions. Um. Oh. Oh wow. That's sad. Okay, my condolences to him. Oh no. Okay. Um. Why did this person respond to your email messages today? They didn't have to respond. You guys haven't spoken in 2 years. Did not plan on sending him any more messages though. Okay, so the first question, how did your last message make this person feel today? How did your last message last email message make this person feel today? Spirit, what do you want her to know? What do you want her to know? What do you want her to know? At Knight of Cups, the Fool, the Sun. I feel like they appreciated your message. They appreciated hearing from you. I feel like this person could have been in a place of like an open heart or receptivity to communicate. Yeah, I feel like this is an open energy. It actually, I feel like it did make this person, it had a positive impact on this person, I'll say, to receive a message from you. They might have felt a little bit more clear, or just due to the circumstance of what's going on around them. Yeah, the King of Swords. Um, Due to the circumstances of what was, going on with them, I feel like it opened their eyes to some things, maybe humbled them, opened their hearts. So they were in the right space to receive your message. Um, yeah, all of this is positive. And I feel like there could have been some sort of divine intervention in this person's life or their path. So this feels to me like right place, right time type of energy. They were definitely open. This person has a different perspective on things or life, or just like a little bit more of an open mind or open heart. So yeah, I feel like they appreciated the message. Let me clarify. I'm going to use these keywords, Rider Waite cards, just to clarify. Make sure I follow the cards. Okay. All right, Spirit, we're just going to clarify. How did this person in question, how do they feel about Alexis' last email message to them? How did they feel, Spirit? Really want her to know. How did they feel? How did they feel about this last email message? The Magician. They have a lot of major arcana cards. I feel like this represents some type of spiritual alignment. Like, again, like this person, it might be a balance between, but there is an illusion though. There is something underlying with this energy, it feels like to me. This person could also still be kind of projecting something. I don't know. Like it feels like it doesn't have to be anything like negative, like a hidden motive in a negative sense, but like not giving you all the facts or details of something, but they definitely felt like a spark. Maybe this person wanted to talk to you and there was no reason to really communicate, or something. This person's intentions in the past may have been not in the right space to talk to you. So yeah, I do feel like it had a positive effect on this person. That's the main message that I'm getting from this. Okay. I don't know. I kind of also feel too like this person hopes that there might be something else that comes about. But again, like I said, it's like if this person is in their ego and stuff like that, like Spirit will block it. Spirit will block the communication. Okay. All right. So your second question is, why did this person respond to your, why did they respond to your email messages today? They didn't have to respond. Since you guys haven't spoken in 2 years, you didn't plan on sending them any more messages. Your third question got cut off, sis. So I don't know if you're, um, unless that was a mistake, because technically, yeah, you asked 2 questions. So yeah, I think that might have been a mistake. So your second question, you want to know, why did this person decide to respond to your email messages today? Why did this person in question, I feel like we kind of touched on it, but let's see if a little more detailed insight will come out. Why did this person decide today to reach out? Why did this person decide today to reach out? Why did they decide today to reach out? Eight of Cups. Yeah, that, whatever that energy is that they are going through, it might have even been a conviction to, in their own attempts, I feel like this person may have felt like it would be the right thing to reach out to you to kind of correct things. Without fully addressing it though, it might have been kind of like kind of a over glare of something where they would have, it would have been a good opportunity maybe to address something or to apologize to you maybe. Like they, even if they did apologize, there's something that's like, it's a gloss over energy. Like it's not the full, it's something that's not fully being addressed here with this person, if that makes sense. Like they're glossing over something detailed, something important. But the majority of the reason why they decided to do this with the circumstances that they're going through, like I said, it does feel like a humbling energy. This person may have felt like they needed some sort of comfort. You might represent something like that that brings them some sort of balance to them. Yeah, so I feel like that's part of the reason. There was a divine conviction in that. Like they felt the need to reach back out to you or contact you. So it's not all just about the loss that they recently had. It's also because of what the loss, the effect that that loss had on them in their heart, the way that they view things, maybe even how they treat people. I don't know if they feel like they, because I kind of get that energy too, that this person may have regretted how they treated the person that they lost when they had them in their life or something like that. Um, and your energy comes up too with that. Like it could have been that they thought about you, they thought about other people. It doesn't have to be all like romantic energy, but you definitely came up. Okay. This person may have felt more confident in the space to reach out to you, you know, even if this person does feel a little bit sad or a little bit confused, there is some level of awakening too that this person feels. So though they were open to an extent, there's still a level of holding back just a little bit with this person. Like they're not um fully showing you all of what's going on inside or what they really want to say or how they really feel, which could be like formulating the words to express maybe um the mistreatment that they gave to you or something like that, or what they've realized. There's still some hidden emotions, I feel like, on this person's behalf. But let me see, I'm gonna clarify again. Divine source 19. Alexis is divine seeing this person with permission of what we're allowed to know and to see. Yeah, this person feels kind of like in a prison in a way emotionally. Like there's a lot of emotions that this person feels like they don't have the freedom to express for whatever reason, but that could be an energy block, not because they don't have a free, a safe space. Again, the magician, interesting, Knight of Wands. They might want some movement, but I would say be mindful, be careful of that. I don't know if this person is going to reach out to you again or you're going to be waiting or something like that. But if this person does attempt to reconnect, it might be under circumstances that are not grounded, that are not really clear, maybe self-motivated, not in the best interest of you or considering what's in the best interest of you. So, just be mindful of that. But other than that, um, yeah, because it might be like a distraction energy, or they want to be distracted from what's going on. But yeah, this person's energy towards you, it does seem like they are a bit more open, maybe a bit more humble. Kind of what I'm picking up from this. Yeah, but hmm. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. And it could have something to do with like this Aries and Saturn energy for some people. It is like a confronting or facing the self, like, your true self. Like, what's up with you? Like, what's your intentions? What's your purpose and things? So, this might have awakened something in them, okay? That loss that prompted them to kind of reach out or respond after some time. But I feel like it was already a momentum buildup. There was already something underlying, maybe, and they just didn't have the confidence or felt like it was the right time, or they were moving kind of in their own ego, which prevented a block from this person being able to communicate. But due to the circumstances, I feel like it kind of helped it usher that energy in a little bit more, if that makes sense. Okay. All right. So that was your reading, Miss Alexis. I hope that was helpful or kind of confirm maybe what you felt, what you were sensing. But I feel like the stance is still the same. Like your spiritual team just wants you to be mindful with this person, be discerning with them, not reverting back to past patterns and things like that, chasing or, overextending your energy. So, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to keep moving on down the road. So Yaminah, you're up next. Zena and Samantha, you were fourth, okay, on the list. So Yaminah, you're up next. Your timestamp is 24:42. Wow, you have mirror numbers, 24:42. That's interesting. Okay. All right, so let's get your question. Um, I love question. All right, good question. Are you hindering yourself from getting the closure that you need by keeping your ex blocked? That's an interesting question. Yeah, let's see. Divine source, God, angels, ancestors, and guides that clear up previous energies with love, light, and peace to give their energy back to them. Amen. Ashe. Alright, the first has happened to Yaminah's energy, the energy connected to her closure and with her ex. Is she in any way hindering herself from receiving the closure that she needs by keeping her ex blocked? Particular ex in question, is she hindering herself from receiving the closure? Whoa, card fell. Hold on. The Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Maybe so. Let's see. I fell out like that on the floor, so I'm gonna take it. Is Yaminah hindering herself from receiving the closure that she needs by keeping her ex blocked? Eight of Pentacles. The Fool. The Star. This card. The Five of Wands. Ten of Pentacles. Okay. It does feel like a yes, but it also feels like a but. So I'm gonna let me sit with this for a second before I just throw some stuff out, because I want to make sure I'm reading this. Because with that Ace of Pentacles in reverse, I feel like that's a clear indication that yes, there is some sort of block when it comes to receiving. It is something that you're working through. So they're not saying it's like there might have been a time where yes, you needed to block this person for a particular reason and wait till you got to a certain place of maturity, right? Maybe emotionally or even spiritual maturity to handle something, right? So it's like you're working your way up to this because um it's almost like you're growing and growing. And it's interesting because the star is a child in this card. So I do feel like it is connected to the inner child as well. Like something with this ex, something with maybe I'm hearing the word avoidance. So there might have been things that you felt like you were avoiding connected to this person. But in actuality, I feel like it's all about moderation. It's all about kind of moving in grace and kind of like in flow, not rushing the process, not um being too harsh on yourself, because spirit is saying like it's almost like you're taking the training wheels off in some capacity when it comes to this level or this part of your healing journey, or maybe even in love and relationships. Like you are in a state where they understand that you don't know, and you're learning and you're growing as you move forward, if that makes sense. So it's not to say you're hindering yourself because um like you're purposely doing something to block yourself. It's almost like you just didn't know. And at the time, I feel like there was a time that was needed for you to block this person for spiritual protection purposes, for you to remove the distractions. um but yeah, there is potentially a block around receiving the closure by blocking this person. It doesn't necessarily mean, because I feel like they still want you to be a little open with this, it doesn't necessarily mean that um if you unblock this person, that closure is going to come from communicating or come from you guys meeting up or you speaking your truth. It might just be like there's no ill will towards you, like what I got to block you for, we cool, like I'm good, like I'm not still in that same energy anymore. It could even be that, you know what I mean? So it doesn't have to necessarily only represent um closure as a means to communication or seeing each other, if that makes sense. So yeah, so in a sense, yes, there's a little bit of a block there with blocking this person. Yes, if that makes sense. That's hindering some level of closure. So yes. Um And I feel like once you get to that place where you're settled, and I feel like your ancestors, I'm getting, they are protecting you still. They want you to still move wisely in relation to this person, because it does set the tone for maybe future situations or connections and how you handle them, how you go about them. And not just all romantic situations or relationships. It could be like friends or family members, that you might feel like, oh, I need to kind of take a distance, take a step away from them. As it relates to your love life, though, there could be something about ancestors that have been in unions or relationships or marriages or something like that that are connected to this or are willing to assist you or help you, because they want you to keep in mind like forward mindedness when it comes to the partner that you align with and how that affects your generations, how that affects your spiritual inheritance and vice versa. Like there's something important to your ancestors about that. So hopefully that makes sense. Let me know. And the Empress is at the bottom of the deck. So again, like extend yourself some grace, have compassion as you are growing in certain levels of self-love, or particular maybe with this person, if that makes sense. All right. So yes, you're very welcome. My pleasure, sis. I got you. Hey Tawanda, how are you, sis? Happy Thursday. All right, I don't know how some of these cards is up in reverse, but I think I dropped this deck and probably just picked them up and didn't fix them. Okay. All right. Spirit, thank you. Divine source, angels, ancestors for that message. We send love, light, and peace to Yaminah. We close this out with love. Clear the energies. We send her energy back to her in fullness and wholeness. Amen. Ashe. All right, Miss Zena, you're up next, sis. And then Sam, if anybody else is interested, these cards flew out on the flow. All right, the list is still open if you guys are interested. Okay, let's see. I know you said you wanted to keep things general, right? Okay. General on both ends, love and or just what did you want, sis? Like general as far as open, keep it open-minded, general read wise, and love, keep it open, or how did you want to do it before I even get started? Okay. Just keep it open. Okay. On both. Okay, got you. All right. So your timestamp is 3240. 3240. Okay, so let's see. Alcina. Information to tap into. Just general guidance and messages for Alcina, as well as her love life. What messages do you have for her in that sense as well? In that sense, what does she need to know? General speaking. Okay. 3 of Wands. Ooh. 5 of Wands. Okay, if you feel blocked as far as like forward movement, you're not blocked. I don't see that. So come your birthday, it might be something going on spiritually, or I don't want to say karmically. It's more so like astrological alignments or something like that. Maybe your next birthday with the strength card, because you're Leo. Come your birthday, there's something like a breakthrough, like something is going to, it's almost like whatever you're currently going through, it's a part of a process, it's a part of a cycle. You know how like some people go through their Saturn returns, stuff like that. It could have a quality or element of that for you. Like the things that you feel like have been a hindrance or a block, or maybe even um not fully seeing the path ahead clear, or like what is my next step, what is happening, not having the understanding on what's going on in your journey, kind of feeling stuck, kind of like it might feel like your energy inside of you is like, okay, I'm prepared, I'm ready for forward movement, I'm ready for change, but I'm stepping up to it, I'm walking towards it, but I'm stuck. Like, okay, well, where's the next move? Or I'm here showing up, but where's my flight? Where's my plane? Where's my bus? Where's my train? Where's my boat? Like, I'm here, I'm showing up. So where is it? What's going on? So it's like you're waiting for some sort of breakthrough. You're waiting for clarity. You're waiting for direction in a sense, but you feel like you're like, I'm open. I don't see what I'm doing wrong. That's kind of the vibe that I get from this. You're going through a major transition though, and I feel like again, come your birthday, things will shift around for you, or you'll start to see that. Um, when I look at this card, sometimes I don't know what all this is down here. It looks kind of like silver or some sort of foil, but it also looks like a distorted um, bowl of dollar bills or something, like dollar bills being melted, or dollar bills in some sort of water or something. So sometimes when I see that card, it makes me think of like prosperity magic or money, or one of my things is a prosperity bowl. Keeping a prosperity bowl in your house, whether you use it as like a kind of like when you go to nail shops and you see them have like the Buddha tables, and they have the offerings with the fruit and the money and stuff like that, as a form of gratitude for their blessings and things like that. It's kind of giving that type of energy a little bit. Um so I don't know what this has to do with your birthday. Let me clarify, because this is a little foggy. Yeah, you're going to have a breakthrough. Queen of Wands, your birthday, something with your birthday. I feel like that's going to be a beautiful time for you. It's giving the same type of energy to me. The Queen of Wands and the Strength card. Um, solar return. That's what I'm hearing. Your solar return. If the money bowl thing is too far fetched for you and that's not your thing, if it helps you to write down 8 goals, 8 things that you wish to accomplish, or 8 things that you wish to see a breakthrough, a turnaround around, like write it out. But write it in an empowering form, not in a form of where you're like in destitute, or where you're confirming, or not confirming, but where you're not affirming your confusion or feeling lost. It's like write it from a standpoint of kind of commanding it, like this is mine, or this is going to be clear, or this is coming into clarity, this is coming into alignment, or I have what I need. 8 things. I'm getting 8 things. Like write 8 things down, and in a commanding or decree form, not from a place of asking or begging, or from a place of despair or what you don't want. Does that make sense? Because that's what I'm picking up from this. But there's something around your birthday that, like, maybe after your birthday, a little bit before, or just like once you hit your solar return, you're going to see a turnaround. But I feel like the energy and motion is you um kind of affirming that, it's almost like affirming your power over a situation, because Leo does have a power of magnetism on them. They do. They have a commanding presence about them. So tapping into that when it comes to your needs, I feel like that will be powerful. Yeah. Your solar plexus. When you feel in despair, or when you feel depressed, or you feel like breaking down, I want you to affirm to your stomach, even if you're crying, in the midst of being or crying or being frustrated, to command and speak that you like, speak power, speak confidence into yourself. Like, you got this. Like, you're not broken. You're not easily broken. You're not lost. Things like that. Like, speak to your solar plexus, hold your stomach and speak into it, even if you're crying. Um, yeah. It kind of reminds me of like church. I don't know if you've ever seen like people at church when they're laying hands on people, And when they lay hands or they're speaking in tongues, one of the, I call them like the support, the women or the men that do the praise and worship, or they help people when they're going up to the line, you know, to be delivered, or when they're confessing or crying or even just praising God in that moment. There'll be someone that's holding their stomach and they're speaking life into them. They're speaking in tongues. They're empowering them. And they're usually it's people that are broken that are, and I'm realizing this as I get older, because when I was a kid, I didn't fully understand it spiritually. I didn't understand what was really going on. But looking at it now, I understand the power of that. Like speaking into a person, and sometimes they would hold the person's heart and pray or speak in tongues into that person. That person would break and release all of that heaviness, and then after they would shout and they would run around at the church, they would praise God, and maybe they would go into tongues. It's a whole spiritual act. If you take the whole church thing, the Bible, it is a sacred act. And I feel like Spirit kind of encouraging you to do that in your own way, like as a means to speak into yourself. If that makes sense. Light that fire back into you. Like, yeah, that divine, that holy fire back. Okay. All right. So that's what I see for you, sis. Hopefully that is helpful, insightful for you, and will be alter something positively for you, you know? Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate you stopping by, sis. It's my pleasure. You're very welcome. All right. So we're going to keep it moving. But yeah, follow up with me, sis. Let me know how things are going with you. And I hope that all is staying well with you and moving in a positive direction, which I trust that. We ain't going to be in down seasons forever. Like, that's not our story. All right. So, Miss Samantha, you're up next, sis. Let's get your timestamp. And we are at 42:40. Okay. Oh, sorry, sis. Let me go back. I'm so sorry. Alcina, are you still on? Hold on. I forgot your love question, girl. Come on back. I hope you're still on. Come on back. If not, I'll just message you. Yes. Okay. Yes. I almost forgot. All right. My bad, Elfina, and my bad, Samantha. I was like too quick to jump again. I almost forgot. Like, no. No wonder. Like, this feels too short. All right. General energy around love. What's the energy around current love energy? What does Elfina need to know? Our divine team, her angels, her ancestors, and guides who have the best intentions for her and her love life, her happiness, her wellness of her heart, her path, her heart's desires. What's the energy around love for her? Star, the Eight of Cups, the Six of Wands. Come on out, cards. What y'all doing? Knight of Wands, the Page of Wands. What's all this? Wands, wands, wands. Okay, so you got one water card, one air energy, and the rest fire. Technically, some more water with the death card at the bottom of the deck, but yeah, your love is going through a major shift as well. It could be certain things that are sparking you again, or will, like things that you desired in your past, but it's more refined. It's like that pure spark, that pure innocence for love, that pure vision that you had for love. Like, you're returning back to that, and it doesn't have to be through another person yet. um it could start with you. And it also, I feel like this aligns with the last message and last reading. The number 8 is significant because The star, yes, it's 17, but 1 and 7 is 8. And then you also have the 8 of Cups. So it's like one energy. I'm getting like the infinity symbol. There's a double-ended energy. There's something going on astrologically that feels karmic in nature. So it could be something in your youth, like, how can I use this as an example, where it makes sense? So, like, let's say, for instance, in your youth, like, you genuinely wanted true love, you wanted a family, you believed in like long term, commitment, marriage, where you guys grow old together, happy and old together. But there's a maybe like parts of the, let's say, like the child self or something within your upbringing that, maybe although I wanted a healthy relationship, I didn't put myself into that. I did not um honor this part of myself. I didn't, how do I say it? So let's say, for instance, you had a child with somebody that really wasn't for you, that really didn't fit the mold of what your heart truly desired and truly deserved, but maybe you settled for it because of things that you were taught as a child or things that you saw in your environment or something like that. So it's like these things are circling back, like you've been working through these elements. So it's, yeah, this does give like Saturn return vibes to me, like something is circling back around for you to address and to confront and face, and then still keep that dream alive. Like it doesn't mean that just because you walked in the misty eyed, eyes and heart of a child into something that wasn't for you, doesn't mean that that dream is not still in existence and alive, and that it's not something that you won't be able to manifest. But it's like the energy that you're in, or the energy behind it, behind the manifestation or behind the alignment with what's for you, is, I feel like, the redirection, if that makes sense. Like leaving the traumas behind, leaving the bruises and the wounds, but also allowing it to be the thing that motivates you and empowering you to align with what's for you. Like it's not to say like that it didn't happen, ignore it, pretend that it's not there, be delusional or anything about, what has happened or what was wrong or the type of connections that you were in. But it's more so to say that they are your fuel. Like, because I know what it's like to be in something like this, it showed me my trauma. It showed me maybe insecurities, or it showed me low self-esteem, or habits or things that I have that I need to break, or the types that I was into and why I was into those types of people, or why I settled, blah, 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 whatever, into moving towards this will motivate me to align with what is for me. You know what I mean? Like it's something about redirection and love. And you're going to be victorious in that. This is not going to break you with the 6 of Wands. Yeah, and even with the death card, like one plague, one thing, it happened. It was there. It's gone. It's dead and gone. But there is a new dawn. There is a new beginning. There is a cure for the sickness. There is a cure for the plague. If we don't have the sicknesses, if we don't have the plagues, you know, if we don't have the problems, we'll never be able to find the solutions to the problem. So it's kind of the vibe that I get from your love energy. So um hopefully that makes sense, resonate. Okay, so I'm so sorry. I almost skipped your love read, chat. Yeah, I was going too fast. I almost forgot. Okay. Yeah, I feel like a lot of your love choices, it was made around the time that you were really young, where you didn't know any better. So, you know, give yourself some some compassion for her, that you're very welcome. Yeah. Dang. It's itching my ear, child. Okay. Alrighty. Well, I hope that was helpful, sis, and much love to you. Keep in touch. In the meantime, I hope all is well with you. All right. Let's see. Samantha. Okay, let's get your real timestamp. My bad, girl. My bad. Your timestamp is 50, exactly 50 minutes. Okay. Okay. So your question. Let's get your question. So you want to know how this person thinks of you and what do they feel for you or about you. So what do they think and what do they feel? Okay. All right. Spirit, we clear our previous energies with love, light, and peace. We give Zena her energy back in wholeness and fullness. Amen and Ashe. So it is. Ask for permission to tap into Samantha's energy and the love, interest, and question the thoughts that they have towards her or about her and their feelings. Please make it clear, make it plain, Spirit. Starting with this person's thoughts of Samantha, that she has the right to know and to see that her divine team wants her to know and to see her highest self. Maybe this person's pure energy, no blockages, no hindrance, no fear. This person's truth of what they think of her, what do they want her to know. This person, what they think. Magician, King of Pentacles, the Wands. I saw like a hug, but it's like from the side, like where, let's say like the woman has one of her, like her one arm wrapped around the man's waist, and then the man has his one arm wrapped around her shoulder. This person could equate or think of you in like two types of energies, kind of like the friend but also the lover type of energy, or like you have a good attraction, you have a good chemistry in a friendship, or there was an element of that. See what else? The Lovers. I just heard dead and gone. So they think of you as like somebody that manifested two things out of them, or maybe revealed two things about them. Why am I getting this? I only got this reference one time, but it was a reading I did for somebody, a friend. I'm getting the Sinners energy, like the Sinners movie. Like this magician, she looks like Annie. This person or whoever, I don't know, can't tell what the gender is. They look like they got titties now. Don't know. But they got their candle over some sort of potion or elixir. Um, I feel like this person sees you as like a person that holds space or has held space for them in a healing manner, healing energy. And they might have taken that for granted, honestly. So they have like two sides that they show up in. So they might have presented a side to you at first that was kind of like their ego. But it's like you broke that down in a way, or without saying or doing anything, it's like you call that falseness out of them, and maybe they're more patient, more softer. But for some reason, I feel like they have to work to maintain that energy with you. This person could have chosen something that felt um more in, I don't even want to say alignment, but more so vibrationally comfortable for them, like a partnership or relationship, or dating situations that felt more comfortable and safe for them. um but it's not really, yeah, because I feel like this person thinks of you in a light that's like they have love for you, they have some sort of soft energy towards you, some sort of fondness towards you, but it's almost at the same time like they reject it, because it combats two sides of them, King of Pentacles versus King of Wands, to the point where they feel like they don't deserve it, or they can't take it, but they don't know how to let it go either, if that makes sense. Let me see. Judgment. Yeah, it's like they think of you as someone that you call something out in them, or when they think about you, you make them think about these two energies that they represent, or one over the other, how they like, why they choose parts of themselves to exist over the other, or something like that. It's interesting. um let's see, how does this person feel? How does this person feel about Samantha? It's in their heart space, if she has permission. Their heart is heavy. They may feel like they missed an opportunity, or that they didn't appreciate you when they had you. Yeah, there's a fear. There's a fear with this. This person could feel like something was built on falseness, built on a lie. You're very fiery. So you have the Queen and King of Wands that came out, or here and here. Your energy does ignite something inside of them. Like, it could be lust, it could be impulsiveness. Like, that part of you, they are attracted to some part of you that's empowering, that is, when you're in your truth, when you're in your power, when you're confident, when you are maybe like bubbly, fun. There's some, again, like that friendship aspect of this is coming out too, where maybe like they enjoyed the friendship that you guys had, they enjoyed the conversations that you had. Maybe it was like a lighthearted, joking energy, but part of that resonates with the part of them that is non-committal, or something like that, or just kind of wants to keep things light and surface. Where there's another part of you, though, there's another part of you that kind of lights a fire under someone's ass, like in truth. Like, you make this person, I feel like, kind of take a step back and look at their choices or decisions. Again, this person may feel like they shortchanged you, they missed an opportunity, or they misled you, or your foundation, your relationship was not built on the right things. This person could have gave you the impression that they wanted something more, and then chose something else, because there's three people in this Four of Wands. This person is not one to be faithful. I don't feel like, even if they are getting married and all that, that doesn't matter to them, or even if they are married or in a commitment, I don't see this person being faithful to anyone, at least not under this energy that they're in. You make this person feel called out without words. You make this person um, kind of sit with themselves, and where they're not being real with themselves, where they're not being authentic, where they're not being courageous, where they're kind of copping out, they're kind of cowering down in some way. Like, you call this energy out. Your connection does that. Yeah. So yeah, that is what I'm seeing as far as what this person thinks and how they feel towards you. Yeah, the truth, I feel like, real quick before I close this out, I feel like the truth is, especially with that Page of Pentacles being the first card that came out, this person doesn't know how to value you. And I feel like that's something that you showed this person. It's like, this person may have got a chance to experience you in a way that, maybe not fully, but in some capacity, where a person that does have the right, heart, the right amount of, truth, integrity, um, someone that has the ability to show up for you. You showed them um that type of level of love and connection, maybe, that you would with the right person, but not fully. So they got a glimpse of this, and I feel like they basked in that, they enjoyed it, but they couldn't stay in that energy because they don't have the ability to do that right now. They don't have um the willingness to love a person. So I don't know, I feel like I almost forgot the whole sinners thing, but like the dynamic between, so far from what I've watched, because I couldn't finish the whole movie all the way through because I was trying to watch it on some ghetto bootleg stuff, so I couldn't finish it. Okay, let's just say that I couldn't finish it because of the platform I was using. But I did see part of the dynamic with Annie and Smoke, and I feel like what people more so admire the most, I feel like, even if they don't fully understand, because it's not even about Annie and Smoke. It's more so like the type of essence that Annie had, I feel like, is what people more so admired. Hey Simone, how are you, sis? Yeah, the list is still open. How you been? Um, it's more so they admire the type of energy and woman that she was, the space that she held for Smoke, and her being in her magic, her not afraid to call him out, to like be honest with himself, about how he feels, call him to like tap into his emotions. But there's still a level where she gave more than he gave, energetically speaking, and like even in their exchanges in love, and like, him just having, oh, I need you to come down to the juke joint, I need you to cook for everybody or whatever, like, so it's kind of giving that energy a bit, maybe not a full devotional energy where you're gonna lay down and like get bit by a vampire for this person. I don't believe that, I don't see that. But um there is some quality of that type of exchange, and I feel like a lot of us have been there, with a person that doesn't deserve that type of love and treatment, but it's because of who we are that it slips out. You can't help it, especially when you love. You can't help that. But I don't feel like, you know your higher self even allowed you to give way more to them because they didn't deserve it. It's like it kind of put a cap or a limit on that, if that makes sense. So they didn't receive the fullness of your love fully. They got a glimpse of it, but they didn't get the fullness of it. And it's because this person is not the one to, and they don't have the capacity level to love you in that way, to show up for you in that way, to receive nor give to that type of level of love. So that's what I'm getting in short. All right. Okay. Yeah, so much love to you, Sam. I don't know if you're still on, or whenever you do watch this, much love to you, sis. I appreciate you. Anonymous F, you are up next. And then Simone, if you want to read, let me know. And I'm good as well. Thank you, sis. I'm glad to hear from you. I'm glad you're good. So we're going to tap into Anonymous F's reading. You know who you are. Let's see. Timestamp. We are at, I believe that says 6-3. Hold on. Goodness, my eyes is telling me no. Six. Wait a minute, child. What the hell? 60. Let me see if it changes. 31, 32, 33, 34. I'm pretty sure that's a 63. I think so. Um, 47. If it turns into, yeah, it has to be. Yeah, it is. It's an hour. Okay. Yeah, Anonymous F. So clear out previous energies. Clear out previous energies and messages. We send love, light, and peace to Samantha, all parties involved. All in wholeness and fullness. Amen and Ashe. All right, so Anonymous F. Here we ask for permission to tap into her energy. What does she need to know? The questions that she has in mind. She found out the manager who managed the department gave me a heads up. Not sure if he did so to save his ass or not. Does he having true intentions? Okay, let's see. What's the energy around this particular position? Energy around this job, the people. Clarity. Seven of Swords. Moon. Yeah, okay. When it comes to like this coworker that you asked, if this person, did they tell you that intel like to give you a true heads up, or is it to save their ass or something? I feel like I wouldn't trust this person with the Seven of Swords and the Moon. There is some distortion around trust. I feel like a part of you already senses that you can't fully trust this person. And it's not because it doesn't feel like this person is intent. It's almost like, okay, yes, they are intentionally kind of like moving a certain way. And I feel like it's because this person doesn't trust people either, if that makes sense. So it's like they kind of, how do I explain this? This person kind of like moves in a survival type of mentality where they'll befriend and kiki and talk to people, um to kind of stay in the middle, not be someone that people dislike, but they don't want to be too much in the mix. They don't want to give too much energy away. um However, like I said, because this person is for themselves, they are the type of person that's not loyal to anyone because they don't trust people either. So I don't feel like this person's completely malicious, but they're not the most trustworthy individual, is what I'll say. So they might have not been lying to you about the situation. They told you something in truth, but it's coming from um kind of like a uh it's coming from that strategic deceptive move. That's what I'm getting from this. Um Over time you might see things about this person slip through. With the Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck, I do feel like you are going to get some sort of um change in position. So you could get this job, this position eventually. Not sure when, but it does feel like you have the leadership capabilities to put you in that position. I don't see anybody being able to interfere that for you. Nine of Cups. No. That guy that gave you the intel, they may want that position, or it's something that they want that they're keeping their eyes on. Like they're kind of hovering or gatekeeping or trying to kind of hold on to it like it's mine, like keep their eyes on this, like keep their eye on it. But other than that, I don't feel like you have anything to worry about though as far as this goes. I don't see someone being able to interfere. I feel like that Queen of Wands energy is you. I'm just gonna clarify this one more time. Okay, thank you, Simone. I appreciate that. I will add you to the list. You'll be up next, actually. Let's see. And Six of Swords. You are going to have to be prepared to kind of move in a way that's not comfortable. Maybe kind of make yourself more present, like more visible. but not like in a competitive, thirsty, desperation way, but just like, I'm not going to let anybody intimidate me or bully me or coward me into anything. Like, you kind of have to move in that type of mindset, because there is like people that do want maybe the same positions or something like that. Um, and it's not personal. I get this energy a lot in certain jobs. Like, it's a lot of scarcity, a lot of competitive energy that kind of is birthed out of that scarcity. Like, oh, there's not enough to go around, or I want this. I'm willing to like do what I can to get it, fake, lie, cheat, steal, do whatever. But Spirit is saying there might be a wind of like energy that you pick up that makes you feel kind of uncomfortable, or like makes you feel kind of backed into a corner sometimes, or just not really, get along with certain people. But Spirit saying, like, if this is a position that's worth it for you, that you have the ability to have it and get it, but you have to move. And the fact that you got the Six of Swords twice, technically, here and here, um, yeah, you're gonna have to move in a energy of like, no, I deserve to be here. I'm not moved by your energy. I'm not with the drama. I'm not partaking in the drama, but I'm not hiding. I'm not cowering or shying away. You will see me. You will hear me. That's the kind of energy I'm picking up on, if that makes sense. All right. Yeah, so this person, you have to be very careful, because they do come off as someone that's friendly. I don't know, I keep picking up this person's energies, and we're gonna move on from it. But you asked about this coworker's intentions, and I'm telling you, um, they do present themselves maybe as friendly or bubbly, or someone that's like safe to disarm yourself around. And that may be true with people that they actually are friends with, and that they trust. But with people they don't know like that, or they don't trust, it's just like a coworker type of thing. You have to be careful with what you share with this type of person. You know what I mean? Because they're for themselves at the end of the day. So they might like you and then say like, ain't nothing personal type. That's the type of energy. Like, if something is presented to me, I'm gonna take it. And most people probably would, even like real friends will tell you like, hey, this job promotion or this job opportunity just came up. I want it, but I'm letting you know as well. Whereas like somebody that's in competition with you, they may be like, oh, she cool or whatever. But I want that position. I'm not going to tell them that's them. That's this type of person. So hopefully that makes sense. Um, your love question. How does this person been viewing you? Let's see. Any getaways? Let's see. Spirit, clear out previous energies, co-worker energies, work environment. We clear that energy out. Man, Ashe. What's the energy surrounding the person in question that she is asking about? How are they currently viewing her? The energy around any summer getaways. What is the energy? King of Wands flew out. So we're going to take it. Two of Cups. It could be around Cancer to Leo season. Maybe something around this person's birthday. The Sun card. Yeah, maybe their birthday. They might want to do something as a couple, or they want you to go to, like, let's say they have something with their family or friends or something like that. They might want you to go with them or be their date. And this feels like birthday energy to me. If not, it could be like family reunions, something with family or friends are gathered together. Could even be work, coworkers, but I'm feeling strongly birthday. Their birthday. I don't know if that will apply, but for some reason I'm getting that. Now, this person is feeling passionate about something when it comes to you, and that could be the declaration, or that could be a sign that manifests through them wanting to do something one-on-one either for their birthday, or something where you're their date, their plus one or something to a gathering, an event, or like I said, a birthday that they have friends and family involved or something like that. Yeah. Let's see. Eight of Pentacles, Five of Wands. Like they want to show you that they're putting in the actual effort and work. Like they're not intimidated by some sort of I don't know, like pushback. Like maybe you guys tend to argue sometimes. Maybe there's power struggles sometimes. Maybe there's other interferences or other people or something like that, and they want to prove in some kind of way that they're not going anywhere. This person does have two sides to them, maybe that you see, like they have a very soft, sensitive, or very chill, laid back, very attentive type of energy. But then they also have another side to them that can be a little demanding sometimes. Um, could be a good balance to you though, because the King of Cups is a masculine energy, but he in a feminine essence as well with the cups. So it's a masculine energy that is in tune with their emotions or in control of their emotions in a healthy manner, knows how to discern their emotions, know how to um, sit with their emotions, knows how to connect with others emotionally, hold space for others emotionally, use their discernment, not quick to jump. But they also have that other side too, like I said, that is quite masculine too, where they like to lead, where they may come off as a little controlling sometimes, maybe. But yeah, I feel like they want a connection, a little deeper connection between the two of you, or they're wanting to see more of a commitment, more effort, more work. And on their side, it's like they're trying to prove to you through some kind of way that they're in this, that they're working, they're dedicated. And like I said, one of the ways could be like something connected to friends, family, coworkers, or just like a one-on-one thing with their birthday. So it's like um if this person is not big on birthdays, or they don't usually do things for their birthday, it might be something significant to say, well, let's do something together, I want to spend time with you. Or if they're the type that goes out for their birthday with their friends and whatever, deciding to either bring you with or to just celebrate just the two of you is like big for them. That could be a clear um like a clear sign to you, if that makes sense. Okay. Alrighty, so that was your reading, sis. I hope that was helpful. Hopefully that makes sense. And confirm some things. Like you know your person better than anybody else. So, but yeah, good luck with the job situation, because I know that's been on people's mind heavy, and people are very, nasty when it comes to positions and wanting them and wanting to be on top. That don't sound. None of that sound right. None of that sound right at all. How do you even like? I'm trying to make it sound professional. That just didn't sound right whatsoever. But you know what I'm saying. Oh my God. Anywho, much love to you, sis. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Let's close out the energy. I'm gonna go ahead and move on to Miss Simone. Thank you, Spirit, for your divine wisdom and guidance to send love, light, and peace back to Anonymous Up. You know who she is. All space and timelines and peace and love. Amen. Ashe. So it is. Yeah, that didn't sound right at all. Like the position. Everybody wants to be on top. Like, Okay, that's just too much. They didn't come out right at all. Mm-mm. All right, Simone, I'm ready whenever you are for your question. That's like America's Next Top Model. That you want to be on. Like, it just sounds suggestive. I'm like, girl, like, depends on what you asking. Like, what you mean you want to be on? Like. Okay. I ain't got no bit of sense. Okay, like hardly none. Wanna be on time? Oh, okay. Energy of connection. Okay. All right. Yeah, so let me see. If you're asking a love question, it is 25. Um, so if you're asking love questions, sis, just, you know, yeah, if you're asking a love question, it is 25. So if you could kindly, if you could, the additional $5, because I said that earlier, I did make that clear that some people, I don't always catch it when I should. So either it's because people they're not reading the menu thing, or they're just like not, abiding by that. So I'm gonna be fair to you, and I'm not gonna assume that you're trying to swindle or be, any type of way. But if you could kindly, sis, um, make sure that it is 25. I would greatly appreciate that. Okay. Yeah, because that has happened before, and I don't always catch it. Okay. It's okay. Yeah, like I said, I'm not going to assume that you're trying to, be funny or do anything shady. So just, just for clarity. Okay. All right. So let's see. I get your timestamp. We we are at. I can't see that. Hold on. Is that 8? Thank you, sis. I appreciate that. Let me see. I cannot see 80, 82:11. Okay. I think that's about right. So 82 is 22, 1 hour and 22 minutes, right? I think so. Please, Lord, let this time sound be right. Okay. Yes, I got it. Thank you, sis. Okay. I hope this timestamp is right. I do believe we are 1 hour and 20 minutes in, so we should be good. Okay. Um, your person's current feelings and thoughts. Okay. Spirit asks for permission to tap into Simone and her person of interest, her love interest, energy exchange, this person's energy towards her, their thoughts, their feelings. What does she need to know? Would you give her permission to know and to see? Permission for me to know and to see. This person's heart space, their thoughts, their feelings towards Simone. This person's thoughts and feelings. This person's thoughts and feelings. Two of Cups. 6 of Pentacles. 8 of Swords. Queen of Pentacles. Hanged Man. You got the 4 of Cups at the bottom. 9 of Swords at the top. Okay. All right. This person's thoughts. A lot of this person's energy feels the energy feels all over the place, and it might be because of where you guys both are mentally, because the 8 of Swords I feel like is your energy. The 9 of Swords at the top of the deck, I feel like that's their energy. There's a mirroring going on with the 2 of Cups, and I do feel like both of you guys can agree that you want to be together, or you want to work through something together. It's like there might be some energy around where this person feels, maybe there's issues around like your exchange, the give and take between the two of you. Um, you don't know how to fully show up in this connection, and maybe this person feels the same. Like this person's energy feels like emotionally withdrawn due to maybe their own emotional hangups or mental hangups. Your energy, you might show up to a degree, but there's still like an emotional guardedness to you as well, where you're not sure how to show up or how to give. It's like you want to, it's like you're holding on to something valuable, or um you're holding back on some things. It's like you know how much you want to give to a person, what you're willing to, how you're willing to show up, how much you're willing to give. But for some reason, it's like you feel like you need to wait. And I feel like this person's also at that same space. Like it could be, let's say, like something deepening the connection, whatever that deepening may be. Yeah. You're meant to move closer to, yeah, okay, so that makes sense. Okay, thank you for the clarity. That could be what you're holding back a little bit. It's like the investment of fully moving towards something. There is fear. I'm gonna clarify that Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords. Like, what's going on with this person? What's the distance energy that I'm picking up on? Because I can see clearly what your reason for maybe like almost being uncertain about what to invest, because what you feel like what you're willing to invest and give to this person is quite big. So if it's the move, there's a lot that comes with moving towards somebody, right? So if that's change a job, if that's, or giving up your own place or something, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like this person is unsure. This person is on guard, maybe in fear of what's going to happen once they commit to this. It's like, truthfully and honestly, like, I feel if this person is, when they are in the right space, like beyond their fear, when they understand that what they're feeling may be due to fear, maybe due to not being 100% confident in a choice or decision, they know deep down inside that there's nothing wrong that could come from this. I feel like they're more so afraid, not of your energy, what you could bring, or not bring. It's more so like maybe on them too, a little bit. That Five of Swords, they're very on guard. Clarify. Ten of Swords. They know that something is going to change, something is going to come to end, that maybe they're not 100% sure what that's, if it's going to, yeah. Three of Swords. Three of Cups. It's no more playtime. This is serious. That's in their mind. They're like, this is serious. Yeah. That was at the bottom. Yeah. They know that it doesn't have to be like dating multiple people, but it's almost like when you move in with someone, there's almost not maybe like a 99%, maybe 90% chance, or maybe even lower, that that couple most likely is going to move towards getting married, or the conversation is going to come up around settling down, something with moving. So even if you don't move in together, um this is bringing you guys closer. There's no need for, how do I explain this, no need for excuses to say, oh, we don't live closer so we can't do X, Y, and Z. Or like, once you kind of, the closer you bridge that gap, I feel like this person is kind of fearing the commitment behind this, like where this leads. And it's not because they don't want to be with you, but it is, if you look at this from both standpoints with compassion, and understand, because it's easy to say, oh, well, if we love each other, it should be easy. But naturally, like humans, we have fears, right? So if this person fears, what if I'm not ready? What if I fuck this all up? What if she comes out here and we both just find out that this is not going to work out? And then what? It's like they have real legit fears. I don't feel like this is coming from irresponsibility 100%, even though their fears may not be totally valid. It may not be anything they truly need to worry about. It's not to say that they're not worried about it, because they are. So um there's a period of suspension with this. I feel like a conversation will come up around it. So I wouldn't push the issue just yet. Like, it is getting close down to it, but Spirit is saying like there's a reason for a pause right now. Maybe for both of you to really give yourselves the opportunity to think this thing through. Like, is this the right move right now? You know, give yourselves both that time to sit on this. With the Hangman being the last card out, it's like, yeah, let this be something to marinate on, and don't trip or stress too much about this person's distance. Like, give them that space, and allow yourself the space as well to kind of sit through this, if this is something that you're truly ready, like both of y'all are ready to make that move, you know. So yeah, y'all not moving in together, just moving closer. Yeah. So even with that, I feel it's still the same type of energy. You know, the closer you guys bridge the gap, it's like the more this person has to show up in a certain way that I feel like they kind of fear. Are they ready for that? Um, yeah. So give this person, you know, their time, and give yourself your time as well to sit with this. Yeah. Because there's a reason for the pause. Yeah. Could be something with money as well for this person that they're concerned about. Um, I don't know why they would be concerned about money, but that's what I'm picking up too. I don't know if they're helping you move or something with, like, it's there's something with money. Yeah. Okay. All right. So yeah, that was the read, sis. Long time no speak. I hope all goes well. You know, y'all will know. I don't feel like Spirit's gonna put you in a position where, you know, it's not gonna work out. Like, if it's something that's the door is open and you're not, you know, you or this person is not rushing, or you guys are both in alignment, it should, you know, everything will be mapped up and work out. But yeah. So, oh my goodness, something bit me. Itchy right there on my hand. But yeah, much love to you, sis. I appreciate you. I'm gonna go ahead and put the timestamps. If no one else is interested, um, that will be the read. That calls it a read. Yeah. Okay. So I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all like the video now. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the timestamps for the replays. You guys can come back, watch your reading whenever you like. If you guys need something more in depth, you know where to find me. You guys can book on my website if you guys have any questions about the readings, the services that I provide, or you're not sure what reading you need. Let me know. Okay. And I'll be more than glad to help you. All right. So I'm just putting the timestamps up. Okay. All right. Timestamps are now up. Y'all can click on this video whenever you need or like. Okay. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. Anybody that donated, thank you. Anybody that just showed love to the channel. And look at that light. It is bright. That flame is high, child. Look at that flame. Yes, thank you to my divine team, divine source creator, my angels, my guides, my ancestors. I thank you. You guys as ancestors and guides, they all came together. I appreciate the wisdom and guidance from them, our highest selves. So we can close this thing out with love. We send everyone's energy back to them tenfold in fullness and wholeness and love. Amen and ashe. Thank you guys so much for being here. And as always, much love.